Hello, I'm live. Oh, my stuff is in the way. I hate that. It bugs me. Okay, so gotta want to talk about today something, a topic, kind of an important topic. Uh, the mail-in ballot situation in California. Uh, I don't even really want to go into I don't have time to really go into a lot of the confusion that's going on, but believe me, uh, of course, the Democrats are trying to steal an election. And so they're causing a lot of confusion, and they're using the COVID-19 to really screw up the election bad. And I don't expect to have a very good, smooth election. We're not going to have immediate results. It's going to take weeks before we know the results. And they'll probably call the results prematurely, uh, just to keep people from knowing what's going on. Anyway, so what I want to get to first, I want to get something out of the way really quick. So I went to just to see how this thing works. I went to the California vote by mail notification page, and I might put that in the links, post that in the comments so you get the details. If you could help me on this, would be great. So what I did was I went to there's a part where they have a notification option after you register for online tracking or something like that. You go to the notification options, and there is an option for an email address. I filled that in. There's an option for text, and I filled that in, but I didn't leave the voice option. I don't want a phone call. So I didn't touch that, and I didn't touch any other settings. The default language was English. I did not touch that. Then I clicked submit, and it said there's a problem. Please try again. It didn't tell me what the problem was. It just said try again. So I changed some option, like I think I just turned something off and back on, and then I tried again. It still didn't work, and I was like, you know what? I bet you if I changed it to Spanish, it will work. I was just kind of being callous, or you know, jaded about it, because I don't trust these people. I don't trust them at all. I think they're all corrupt, and they're just going to cheat our election. I know for sure. They're going to 100% cheat. So, so I changed the notification option to Espanol, because I can understand it Spanish, and I could use Google Translate if I can't understand it, and so on and so forth. So I chose Espanol, and I clicked it, and sure enough, it worked. Okay, so I don't know if that's just a coincidence or what. So I'm asking other people to try to do a video. I didn't do a video capture of this, but I'd like to do is someone to do a video capture of the same thing that I did and see if they have the same issue. And I've notified KUSI about that. Now, regarding the mail-in ballot, I don't know if I have it, but there's this notification you get that lets you know that what your address is, and if you're registered or not. You'll get that in the mail if you're a California voter, if you're registered to vote already. And that's causing a lot of confusion. People are saying, oh, I didn't get my mail-in ballot, or I already got my mail-in ballot, you didn't get yours, and blah 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 blah. And from what I understand, you should not expect to receive that until October sometime, the first week of October. So I'm at hold off judgment on that whole thing. But some people are saying only Democrats are getting and not Republicans. I don't think that's true. I don't know if what I saw on that website was they're discriminating against English speakers. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them one little sliver. I don't trust any of those people in government, registrar voters, anybody, the post office. I don't trust them that much. I don't trust them at all. I 100% am convinced that they're all conspiring to destroy our elections. They don't care about democracy. All they want is their dictator put in place so that they can have 100% government control over every aspect of our lives, ultimately leading in slavery. And we're not talking about just forced labor. We're talking about genocide, mass genocide. And if you don't think it's happened already, look at what's going on with abortion. There's already millions of people dying of abortion. And there's also sex trafficking going on, sex slaves. Their goal is to have about 100,000 people left on the planet and have them control the people at the very top, control these 100,000 people. And when I mean control them, I mean everything about them. They are slaves and subjects to the people at the top. Will get to do whatever they want to with those people. And I may sound like I'm out on a limb, but hey, all the predictions I had in the past, I said, look what's going to happen. And they're all coming to true. I knew that eventually there was going to be an attempt at a revolution in America, and that there'd be unrest, political unrest. That's happening. I told you so. I told you that they're going to use global warming uh, for for an agenda to take away our freedom. They did that, and the COVID-19 is just a next step in their plan to destroy America. They're destroying America. All of our major cities have been, almost all of our major cities, many of them, New York City, all those cities, they're wiped out. They're the crime has destroyed these cities. People are moving out because of COVID-19. People are moving out of the cities and into rural areas. So we're going to have a bunch of empty office buildings just rotting out there. This is a permanent thing. I know my company that I work for. We already closed 2 offices. Okay, that were. Um, 2 offices that we've closed already. I don't want to give you any details, but offices are closing because of COVID, because people are moving remote. You might think that's a great thing, but the problem is that this upsets our economy. Now we got a bunch of office buildings that are going to be empty. Where are we going to do with those? That's going to contribute to the decay of our urban areas. It's also going to cause people that live in urban areas to move to rural areas and upset the political balance and the all the everything else. They're going to bring all the garbage, all their godless secular beliefs to rural areas and destroy those areas too. So they already know this. They already planned this in advance. Yes, it's a conspiracy theory. I don't have proof of everything. No, but you can see the patterns. When you see something going on, you watch what's going on. You can connect the dots. It's very easy. In fact, they almost do this out in the open. You just got to be paying attention. You just got to look at your history books and see what's happened in the past and look what's going out. Look at the trends. Most people just live with there's like a 1 week cycle, news cycle. And whatever happened a couple weeks ago, they forget about it. So they could just murder a bunch of people in some town and then cover it up. And then 2 weeks later, nobody even knows about it because people are just sitting there so fat, dumb, and happy that they don't even get it. And this is not, this is changing in America. I think that America is starting to wake up to what's going on. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if the damage is already done. There's so much damage already done. I think that people aren't realizing what's actually happening, that in a couple weeks, in a couple months or a couple weeks or a few months from now, we might actually be seeing food shortages, a decay in our infrastructure. There's all these changes that are happening. And there's all kinds of plans of a financial reset. There's so much stuff going on, I can't keep track of it. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about, was that there's a lot of confusion that the Democrats caused in the voting process. And what it was is because of COVID-19, they're using it as an excuse to confuse people about voting. They want to pressure those people into voting by mail, and they're going to probably close down all the almost all the polling places. And don't be surprised if you stand in line. And while you're standing in line, I hope you think, maybe I should vote Republican, because while you're standing in line, you should realize that you're being ripped off and cheated out of a vote. And so you need to wake up. This has gone on too long, and people need to finally wake up to what's going on. Swallow your pride, and try to forgive the hatred that you have for Trump and Republicans, because Trump is not nearly as bad as what people say. I'm not saying Trump is a saint. I didn't want him in the primaries. I thought he was immoral. But the thing is, he's like a used car salesman. He's actually selling you something. And what he's selling you is a heck of a lot better than what the other people are selling you, which is a lemon that doesn't even get out of the parking lot, okay? So Trump's car, it gets out of the parking lot, it sputters, it gets you from point A to B. You have to do a lot of work on it, but it gets you there. The other option is a car that's going to make you go off a cliff and crash and burn. Do you want to crash and burn, or do you want a crappy car that gets you from A to B? That's really the option that you've got. Do you trust the government? Because these people that are running right now have been in the government for a long time. They've been in D.C. Biden has been in D.C. for 50 years. You think that somebody that's been in D.C. 50 years is trustworthy? I'd like to sell you a bridge, you know? So that's how naive people are. They're going to vote for these people. Where Trump's an outsider, he's a successful businessman and television star. Uh, he was extremely popular before he ran for president, and then the media just destroyed his reputation and made him into some mean guy that's racist, and that's bullcrap. You know, he's not any more racist than Biden. Look what Biden says is just cringeworthy, and now a lot of the people on the progressive side are starting to wake up to this. So I think that Biden's going to lose big time. He might not even get like 40% of the vote. I'm not sure. Maybe in California he'll get the majority, but I think in a lot of the swing states, I don't think he's looking good there. And if they think he's going to win in Michigan, I think they're really smoking something. I think Michigan is not going to go with Biden, and Florida and a couple other swing states are not going to go with Biden. I don't think Biden is that popular, and I think Kamala Harris, whatever it is not a viable a presidential candidate, actually, because he's so senile. I mean, it's such a joke. Come on, you guys, your Democrats are a joke. And you think Trump is a joke? Trump is funny? Look at your freaking stupid party. You know, it's stupid.